The Indiana Fever have had a grueling week marked by a troubling combination of injuries, defeats, and uncertainty. A team that entered the 2024 WNBA season with renewed hope, thanks in large part to the arrival of star rookie Caitlin Clark, now finds itself reeling from a series of setbacks that threatened to derail the momentum they'd built early on. First and foremost, the Fever lost Caitlin Clark to a quad strain, a significant blow both to the team and the league, given Clark's emergence as the WNBA's marquee rookie. Her injury is expected to keep her out until at least June 10th, meaning the team will be without their lead playmaker and top scoring option for several critical matchups. Clark's absence has already been felt on the floor, as the Fever extended their losing streak to 3 games following consecutive defeats against the Washington Mystics and the Connecticut Sun. To make matters worse, both Sydney Colson and Sophie Cunningham were forced to leave the game against the Sun with injuries of their own. Colson exited with an upper left leg issue, while Cunningham injured her right ankle, compounding the team's backcourt woes. Stephanie White offers a glimmer of hope. On Sunday, there was at least some relatively positive news from head coach Stephanie White, who updated reporters on the status of Colson and Cunningham. While neither player is expected to be out long-term, their immediate availability remains uncertain. I think we got good news from both of their MRIs. As good of news as you can get, White told the media. And so right now, it's a day-to-day thing. We're looking forward to hopefully them returning at some point sooner rather than later. But at the same time, it's how each of them progresses in their rehab. While the news doesn't solve the team's immediate problems, it does provide some reassurance that the Fever won't be without Colson and Cunningham for extended periods. Still, the day-to-day status creates instability in game planning, rotations, and execution, especially without a dependable floor general. When Clark went down, Coach White inserted Sydney Colson into the starting lineup and stated that Sophie Cunningham would be given opportunities to run the offense. However, with both of those players now battling injuries, the team could be left without its top 3 options at point guard. This leaves White and her staff in a precarious situation. Try and find a ball handler who can help organize the offense and defend opposing guards. White was candid about the team's needs. They're not just searching for a body. They want someone who can contribute on both ends of the floor and possibly bring some leadership in the locker room during this tough stretch. Best player available at that position, who can add value at both ends of the floor. White said, "Certainly we need to have someone who can add value on defensive end. We got to have somebody who can help us navigate and get into offense. Handle the ball since we're down 2 healthy guards. The goal would be to get everybody back to their natural positions if we can, but at the same time, we can't control everything, so we'll get the best player we can get that will fit into how we play." With that in mind, let's take a closer look at 4 potential candidates to help fill the gap in the Fever's depleted backcourt. Grace Berger. One of the most natural fits for the Fever is Grace Berger, a former Indiana Hoosier standout and the number 7 overall pick in the 2023 WNBA draft. Berger spent her rookie season with the Fever, offering flashes of her polished game and high basketball IQ. Though she didn't play major minutes, her potential was evident, especially as a steady, pass-first guard with size and poise. Unfortunately, Berger was waived by the team in February as they made moves to reshape the roster. She later joined the Minnesota Lynx for training camp, but did not make their final 12-player squad and is now a free agent. Bringing Berger back will provide some continuity. She's already familiar with the Fever's culture, and her calm, methodical style can help stabilize a team in disarray. While she may not be the flashiest option, Berger is dependable, careful with the ball, and committed on the defensive end. She also carries a degree of familiarity with the Indiana fan base, which could help morale during a turbulent time. Jaylen Brown. Another intriguing option is Jaylen Brown, who was part of a massive 10-team trade that brought her to Indiana from the Dallas Wings. Brown had an impressive showing during training camp and was on the brink of making the final roster. However, due to the Fever choosing to carry only 11 players for salary cap reasons, Brown was the final cut. While Coach White said they're not necessarily prioritizing someone who already knows the system, it would certainly be an asset to bring in someone who participated in camp, knows the plays, and has chemistry with the rest of the roster. Brown's rookie season with Dallas was hampered by a nasal fracture, but she had some promising moments when healthy. She's a combo guard who can defend multiple positions, make plays off the bounce, and hit open shots. In a league where depth is a luxury, Brown could step in immediately and contribute, especially in a system she already understands. Ari McDonald. Perhaps the most surprising free agent still on the market is Ari McDonald, the number 3 overall pick in the 2021 WNBA draft. McDonald was waived by the Los Angeles Sparks on the final day of training camp in a move that raised eyebrows around the league. McDonald is known for blazing speed, aggressive perimeter defense, and unrelenting work ethic. Though she has struggled to develop a consistent offensive game at professional level, she is a true point guard, something the Fever currently lack. Signing McDonald would give the Fever a much-needed on-ball defender who can also push the pace and get others involved. Given White's emphasis on getting players back to their natural positions, McDonald could slot in immediately as a lead guard and allow others like Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell to return to their preferred off-ball roles. Ariel Powers. If the Fever are looking to swing for upside, Ariel Powers might be their best option. A versatile wing with combo guard capabilities, Powers has been a productive player in the WNBA for nearly a decade. Her most productive season came in 2021, when she averaged 14.4 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.9 assists per game with the Minnesota Lynx. Though she only made 17 appearances last year with the Atlanta Dream and hasn't played this season, she's made it known on social media that she's eager for another shot. Powers brings a fiery attitude, high motor, and the ability to create her own shot, something the Fever desperately need without Clark on the floor. At age 31, she's also a veteran presence who can help mentor the younger players and bring stability to the locker room. While she may not be a traditional point guard, Powers' ability to handle the ball, facilitate in a pinch, and guard multiple positions makes her a worthy candidate for a hardship contract, especially given the team's current lack of playmakers. What comes next? The Fever's immediate priority will be securing an emergency replacement in time for Tuesday's rematch with the Mystics, a team that recently defeated them. If they fail to bring in help, the team will be stretched dangerously thin, especially in the backcourt. Long term, the team must hope that Clark's injury doesn't linger past the June 10th estimate. Her presence on the court is about more than just points. It's about tempo, attention, and drawing double teams that free up teammates. Without her, the Fever have looked disjointed, unsure of their identity, and inconsistent on both ends. Injuries are an unfortunate part of any professional sports season. But for a young team trying to build a new culture under a new coach, these early challenges will test their resilience and adaptability. If the Fever can survive this rough stretch, the adversity may ultimately make them stronger when everyone returns. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for future WNBA updates.